In this video, I will explain what a semaphore is in the context of operating systems. In order to understand the video properly, students should be well versed with the concepts of process synchronization, critical section, and atomic operation. Semaphore is an integer variable shared by multiple threads that is used to solve the problem of critical section in a process synchronization problem. A semaphore has two operations, wait and signal, and I'll be explaining them in more details in the next slide. A semaphore can be binary or counting. If only one thread or resource can handle the critical section at a time, then the semaphore is binary, otherwise it is counting. I'll explain them further with more examples. In this slide, I'll be explaining the two operations of a semaphore. The first one is the wait operation. The wait operation checks if the critical section is being handled by any other resource or not. If it is so, it waits until the critical section is freed. Once the critical section is free, it locks it and then enters it. The variable s is initialized with a value of n. N is the number of resources that can handle the critical section at any point of time. The value of s at any point of time tells us if the resource can handle the critical section. If the value of variable s is 0, it means that n resources are already handling the critical section and we need to wait for one of the resources to free the critical section. Once the value of s increases from 0, our resource can go ahead and execute the critical section. But before doing so, it needs to lock it, and it does so by decreasing the value of s by 1. For example, say the value of n is 5. When we enter the wait operation, say the value of s is 2, which means that at this point, 2 more resources can access the critical section. Once our resource logs the critical section, the value of s decreases to 1, meaning that now only one more resource can access the critical section. Once the resource has finished executing the critical section, it calls the signal operation. This operation frees up the critical section so that it can be used by other resources. Continuing with the previous example, so the value of s is 1. Once our resource frees up the critical section, the value of s increases to 2, meaning that 2 more resources are now allowed to handle the critical section. This is a very basic code snippet of a binary semaphore. Here the semaphore variable is known as mutex and it is initialized with a value of 1 because only one resource can access the critical section in case of binary semaphores. So before executing the critical section, we call the operation wait, also known as operation p. Once the critical section is freed, we lock it, we execute the critical section, and then we call the operation signal or v. Next, we will go over the advantages and the disadvantages of semaphores. The main advantage of a semaphore is that it solves the problem of critical section. It's implemented in the machine-independent code of the microkernel. And lastly, it allows more than one thread to access the critical section as required, as we have seen in the case of counting semaphores. It also has a few disadvantages. In a worst-case scenario, a resource might never free up the critical section, and this might lead to a deadlock scenario. It also can lead to priority inversion, which is, if the critical section is being shared between low and high priority tasks, it might happen that a low priority task has preempted a higher priority task. This is an undesirable situation. And lastly, for large-scale uses, semaphores are not suitable as using them leads to loss of modularity. That said, I have attached the links of all the resources that I used to make the video in the description. Thank you so much.